This week on Pool Spa Life Australia, where did all the fun go? We're bringing back the excitement of the swim and showing you where the Instagram-worthy pools get all their fun bits from. We're meeting a Sydney dream team who collaborate their building businesses to bring to life any Sydney backyard. In the Northern Rivers, there's a poolside power connection that powers your robot, and it's all underwater. And we're finding out how your glass pool fences are made at a very cool plant in Sydney. That is all to come on today's Pool Spa Life Australia. You know, I've often wondered if we're getting a little bit too serious in our pool ownership. We're creating these very minimalistic pools with straight, clean lines and sharp edges. And I'm just wondering, where's all the bubbles and the speakers and the music and the slides? Where's the fun gone? Well, I have got a couple of ideas up my sleeve which will turn any backyard pool into a resort pool. Chris, how you going, mate?
Thanks, Walt.
Great to, I mean, well, wow. This is a vibe and a half. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Finally got there.
What was your vision? I mean, I've met your kids and I've met your wife. They're obviously absolute party animals, but what was your vision for this?
Yeah, basically, you know, we sort of grew up with a pool, and my wife did as well. And we had many family important times around the pool, and we wanted to sort of recreate that and for our kids, and yeah, hence how it all started.
So you knew the builder, so it was Endless Pools and Spas, right?
Yeah, Endless Pools and Spas. I actually knew him pretty well. He's my cousin, so.
Oh, winner.
Yeah, so we used to have, you know, a few family gatherings. He was always here, and there was actually an existing pool here, sort of a similar location, and I was asking him how we can get a spa and a few other ideas, and he's talked me into doing a total makeover, so.
Nothing like an upsell from the family. So now you've got like an Instagram-worthy resort. This is amazing. The hero, obviously, is the slide. And this is something that everyone can put in, no matter how fancy their pool is. Talk us through that, because obviously it's an SR Smith, but did it come flat-packed?
Came flat-packed, yep. And obviously the pool builder put it all together. And what's great is it's actually all plumbed in, so it's using the pool water, and it's all recirculates through, and you don't have to do anything. You just turn it off and on at the main control panel, and
I mean, this is like hero status as a homeowner. When you have a slide that goes into your pool, you know that you're winning at life. Can adults go down it, or is it just for the kids?
Yeah, I'm sort of testing the weight limit, but yeah, most adults can go down it.
I'm surprised you fit, what, 6'4" you said?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to fit down that slide anytime soon. Next, of course, you've got these beautiful, so they're like in-water lounges. So what was the reason for you getting those?
That's more, it has, you know, for the adults, we thought somewhere where we can relax and enjoy, have some time away from the kids, but it's actually been great. Like, we've got a lot of friends that have babies and stuff like that, newborns, and it's like a little, you know, waddling pool for them.
It's a great idea, yeah.
Perfect.
And again, from SR Smith as well, aren't they? So all from the same place.
It is.
And I think they're made in the United States and imported in, so they're really high quality, so they're not going to, you know, they're not going to succumb to the UV and the climate and everything which have in Australia. And of course, the unsung hero of the entire pool is that basketball ring. That must get absolutely hammered.
Yeah, it does. And we start off just having like a portable ring here, and I was getting pushed over and knocked over by the kids. So when I was looking into SR Smith with the water slide and stuff like that, I saw they actually do basketball rings, and it's great because it's a permanent structure, so you can't be knocked over or pulled. You know, the kids can't hurt themselves falling into the pool or anything like that.
Yeah. Are you glad you got the slide though and things like that? I mean, it's quite big, but it looks a heap of fun.
Yeah, it is. You know, there were a couple of options of water slides as well. They do a lot of bigger ones, but we just didn't have the space for it here, and it was this one's the Cyclone, and it just didn't take up as much space and fit in perfectly for us.
Yeah, you just created an absolute beautiful resort, mate. I appreciate you letting me have a look around today, and thank you so much.
No worries, thanks.
And of course, the next grand final party, you're going to be inviting a Mr. Walter Collins from Melbourne also.
Done.
I mean, this stuff really is so cool. And if you've ever wondered where all those fancy pools and all those big things you see on Instagram and social media, where they get their equipment from, it is these guys here, SR Smith is the name of the company that manufactures them. In actual fact, they make everything from professional grade starting blocks, which swimmers use, through to tools that actually help people with limited mobility get in and out of the water. And of course, lots of fun stuff as well, like the slides and the lounges and the basketball rings and the diving boards. It is a vibe. srsmith.com is their website, and you'll find links there to the Australian website. And if you do happen to do a bit of shopping this summer and you set something like this up in your backyard, send us a photo. We would love to see it. What do you get if you cross Australia's #1 concrete pool builder with an award-winning landscape design company and a company that has revolutionised the way shade is installed around your pool? Well, you get this place. Sammy.
Well, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, mate. Well,
likewise, buddy.
This is beautiful. Yes. What a great setup. And so you're the man behind Pinnacle Pools, and you built this pool here. And award winners, no less. Tell me about that.
Yes, thanks, Walt. Yeah, we were very honoured to accept and receive Australia's Concrete Builder of the Year 2024, one of the highest accolades which is achievable, and it was pretty much attributed to the fact that we were with our contractors delivering a perfect job every time.
So this pool, and in fact a lot of your projects now, you're starting to work with a couple of really influential key players in Sydney. So you've got a landscaper and you've got a shade company. Tell me about that and how that's working for homeowners.
Yeah, so basically what we did, we've collaborated with a great landscape company being Corey Fox Landscapes.
He's brilliant, he's very good.
Our sun guy who looks for shade, which is important in your backyard. We've also collaborated with Lux Cantilever. And between the three of us parties, we come together and create a beautiful resort for the mum and dad backyard.
So that's really nice, because I know you guys are doing very high-end pools, like $1 million installations. If you're a mum and dad backyard owner and you want a pool, can you apply some of those principles to, like, let's say, 1/10 of that budget?
Correct. So basically we recommend for mums and dads, for argument's sake, we give us your wish list, okay? Then we can come in. We don't particularly ask for the budget, but we then narrow the wish list down, and the quality of the job, whether it's $1 million job or a residential family job, the quality is the same.
And you started this whole operation, mate. You were telling me it was, 20 years ago?
23 years ago.
23 years ago, from not much, and now the pinnacle of Australian pool building. So congratulations, mate.
Oh, thanks very much, buddy.
Tim, how you going, mate?
Good, mate.
Good to meet you. This is amazing. So you're part of the trio that has come together to create this beautiful space here. Well done, good job. And obviously you're the man behind Lux Cantilever. How did this come about? Because when you think about shade normally, you're thinking like a cabana that's sort of got 4 posts, right? And you rethought it.
Yeah, absolutely. We run a local outdoor living company, Life Outdoors, and over the last few years we wanted to design something that doesn't have the 4 posts around the structure, because they always get in the way, especially in pool areas.
Yeah.
When you've got kids running around, etc. And so we come up with a unique design, cantilevered from the back of the awning, so you can alleviate the 2 front posts.
And the engineering behind it must be like next level.
It is, and I suppose one of the biggest reasons the engineering is next level is because everything's hidden inside the structure. There's no visible bolts, there's no big brackets that hold everything together, so it literally looks like it's levitating up there. It had to be luxurious. I'm not in the game to have this out there looking cheap and nasty and try and compete with products coming from overseas. This is all Australian made and pure luxury.
It's a great Australian success story. And some key notes that I saw as soon as I saw this product was, well, you're actually using like insulated cladding on the underneath. Everything's hidden. You've got lights in there. I mean, what other things can you put up there?
Oh, it's endless. We put ceiling fans in a lot of them. You can put solar panels on top of them.
Speakers?
Speakers, yes, we've put speakers in them before. So we've hung little outdoor chairs off the ceiling before, and yeah, lots of things. We've got installers up and down the north coast of Queensland and New South Wales, and a couple in South Australia, and they'll go quote the works, and we'll provide them all the materials they need and ship it down to them, and
they build it.
And they build it. It's easy.
You've absolutely nailed it, mate. It looks amazing, and I think what a great addition to anyone that's thinking about putting a pool in or has an existing pool. You can retrofit these in, right?
Absolutely, definitely.
You're a genius, mate. Well done.
Thanks
for showing me around. Appreciate it.
Lovely.
Oh, mate, you know what they say about painters that never paint their house? This is not the case with a landscape designer that designed his house, planted his house. It is epic. And we were just saying the crew we watched, it's probably one of the best pools we've ever been to, so congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
How did you do it? What was the vision?
Well, basically, mate, designing our own home and landscape. Honestly, I was probably my most difficult client ever.
Of course.
But designing this as well, it's one of those things that it comes down to the lifestyle as well.
If you think of putting a pool in, you just have to allocate budget to design and landscaping.
That's one of those things in small areas like this backyard. It's so important just to really get the design stage right, and we love to look for opportunities to create features in small areas.
So you are working all over Sydney and New South Wales, and you're working with Pinnacle Pools and Lux Cantilevers, and you're working together to, I guess, have a bit more of a holistic approach to the finish.
Being in partnership with those boys, you know, the design stage is one thing, but working with Pinnacle Pools to work out a location of the pool, there's obviously services running through every property, so getting that pool positioned, then I come in to help with the design and then come in with the build. So
number one mistake homeowners make is they employ 3 completely different entities to come and work on their house that have never spoken to each other before, don't know each other's construction methods, and don't speak to each other during the build as well. So you've got competing entities rather than a uniformed alliance of what really are kind of mates that are working together to build the dream.
That's right, and it's a good energy on site with the other teams as well.
So congratulations. It is amazing. We've loved hanging out today, mate. And,
appreciate it, mate. Thanks for popping over. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Corey Fox Landscaping, Lux Cantilever and Pinnacle Pools. They're the little Sydney dream team, and they're all working together to bring those visions to life. You can Google all of them, and of course we'll put all of their website details on our site. Well, I have been out and about on the hunt for some game-changing swimming pool and spa innovations, things which you can do to future-proof your pool, and some really cool gadgets along the way. And I've come across something which I think is going to be a bit of a game changer if you are a pool owner. Now, we have all seen and used the robot pool cleaner, right? I mean, these things are fantastic. They go around busying themselves underwater, collecting all the debris. And it's the inconvenience of the big, long power cord that can cause problems for some people. So in summer, you use your robot pool cleaner every single day, and that cord can either be a trip hazard or it can just look really unsightly. Well, they fixed that. This is a world first, and I can't wait to show it you. Gavin, how you going, mate?
Hey, Walt. Nice to see you.
Good to meet you. Well, this is spectacular.
Amazing.
Just about to finish off. There's a couple of fences to go and a few planters to go and things, but what a great design. Well done.
Yeah, we've got the finishing touches, but really looking forward to having it all finished off.
Yeah, so, I mean, Dynamic Pool Designs, you guys are leading the way with technology and with pool design and things, especially up here in the Northern Rivers part of Australia. But what's this? I mean, I'm seeing it everywhere at the moment. Can you talk to us how it works?
Yeah, this is Poolside Connect. So what it's designed to do is replace the robots that have the cord running out across your patio. So traditionally you'd have your power cord plugged into the power point, running a cord through to a robot stand.
To your trolley.
That's your trolley, and then have the cord come across the patio. So what we've done with this and with Maytronics is they've developed a poolside connection. So the connection is inside the pool, so we don't actually have to have the cord over the patio.
So that connects to a port inside the water and transfers the power, I guess, magnetically somehow into the robot.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've had a robot mower chew over my blue cord over a bit of turf, and it did destroy my cable. So this would be like a godsend for me, I think.
Yeah.
What's the basic technology behind it then? Is it a kind of a magnetic transfer?
That's it, magnetic technology, similar to an iPhone or a mobile phone that you connect and charge.
Yeah.
So it's a magnet, attaches to the side of the pool, and then you control it through your app on the phone.
It's just amazing, it's astonishing. And so then you've obviously built the power into this pool design, because I can see the port that's there underwater. Can you retrofit them to existing pools?
You can. So, and they will go in all types of pools, from a fiberglass pool to a modular pool, concrete pool, and depending on the surroundings, you can retrofit them on a concrete pool as well.
So what kind of robot does this connect to then? Presumably, obviously, it's got to be a dolphin.
That's right, Dolphin Maytronics 60i Dolphin. I'm sure in time they will bring it through their whole range.
Yeah.
But currently, the 60i.
And this is the first in the world.
Yep, world first.
World first to adopt this technology. I think it's absolutely genius. I mean, it's fantastic, isn't it?
It's amazing.
So the 60i itself is a fantastic machine. Like, it is kicking goals on its own. So obviously, it collects all the leaves in its own compartment, just like all robots do, and doesn't send it down the plumbing into your filter, because that can cause issues, right?
It can, yep. So the other great advantage of the 60i is it's got an app connectivity, which has got a range of features that you can change run times and a whole range of things in the app.
Smart. Everything's on the apps these days, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got dual drive, which is really important for tight spaces, larger pools where it needs to get out of corners and get up the wall.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic for that as well.
It's a really powerful machine because actually the way it circulates the water too, it actually uses, look, I call them jet streams of water, and that can help get into some of the corners to get any potential algae out of there. If you don't happen to have $1 million pool and you've got a nice suburban backyard pool, can this technology still work?
100%, yeah. This will go in any pool, anywhere.
So I told you this was a bit of a game-changing idea. What a brilliant invention. And I think this is definitely where the robot pool cleaner world is heading to. And Maytronics seem to be leading the way in this field. This is the Dolphin 60i. It is a great robot pool cleaner. And we just found them online. So if you'd like to find out a little bit more, including the prices, you can jump onto their website. It is maytronics.com.au. Well, I have renovated a lot of houses throughout my career on TV. I have done kitchen makeovers. I've seen it all when it comes to backyards as well. But what is it that turns a good house into a magazine-worthy home? Well, for the large part, it's actually glass. And I'm not just talking about glass windows. I'm talking about beautiful glass balustrades, talking about glass steps, glass floors, floor-to-ceiling glass patio doors, and of course, not forgetting glass poolside fencing. And I'm here in Sydney today to drop in on a company that is absolutely kicking goals when it comes to all things glass, and they're going to show us how it's all done. How you going, mate?
Nice to meet you, Walt.
Good to meet you.
You too.
Well, this is amazing. This is huge. So Rob is from Palmer's Glass in Sydney, and you guys, I mean, you're very well known for putting glass in all over Sydney and New South Wales. Why is it that glass is so popular, to think, in people's houses and gardens?
Probably number one is the versatility of it. Just can be used in so many applications, floors, roofs, shower screens. Pool fencing, to get into the pool fence side of it, it's just so good to look straight out of your house into the pool rather than see any barrier in front of you.
It's almost like you don't have a barrier there, isn't it, when you have beautiful frameless glass.
Correct.
And even in people's homes, like staircases, people are putting glass staircases in now, and they're putting glass fencing in areas that actually don't even have pools. So do you mind then maybe showing us how, let's say, a piece of glass fencing for a poolside would leave this stack and end up ready to put some Polaris hinges on? You mind show us the process? It's fascinating.
Absolutely, happy to. Let's go.
All right. How does it cut then? What's it cutting with?
Okay, so it's just this automatic head on the front of the machine here. Once the boys get it going, you'll see it just cuts and scribes the top of the glass.
Yeah.
And then from there, they open up from the bottom into individual panels.
Really? And it's just obviously laser perfect. There's no room for errors, it just knows.
Yeah, that's within plus or minus a mil.
It's amazing. And then what? So how do we get this piece of glass out?
Okay, so the boys will break it out now for you, and then from there it goes to one of our CNCs or water jet for the next stage.
So this is cool. It looks like a bit of a rice paddy or something. What happens is where we make some balsamic rice. What do you got, basmati rice?
Looks like it, but not quite. So this is water jet machine. So it cuts with water and garnet, which is a powder.
So it just uses high pressure water?
High pressure water with a garnet going through it, which is the cutting compound.
That's incredible.
So we're about to cut out a couple of the Polaris hinge cutouts.
Okay.
Which, as I say, again, very efficient on this machine. Probably the two will take maybe a minute and a half.
How's that, mate? It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's designed literally for Polaris hinges.
that cutout step purely for Polaris hinges. Yep.
So they have their own sort of dedicated profile and pattern things, and that thing, the hinge will hook onto there like that, so the door can open and
Correct.
close.
Correct.
So he's giving it a little clean now, is he?
Yeah, so he goes through and it still gets cleaned again.
I keep pressing it.
Until it gets there.
Ah, yeah.
And then
Look at
when
the
it gets there, it's ready.
look at the control I've got. So what's the benefit of toughening then? Oh, it's a code.
There's a code, obviously, but
Yeah.
the benefit to it is if it does get impacted and break, it goes into 1,000 little pieces and does its job,
Doesn't cut
basically.
you open.
Doesn't cut you open.
We have a beautifully manufactured and engineered glass now. We've gone to so much effort to do this,
Yep.
so we need the hardware. And the hardware are the latches, the hinges that close your gate. So you, obviously, you make the glass, you manufacture the glass as well, but you have teams of installers that then go and put Palmer's glass in all around pools and spas across New South Wales.
Yep.
And you only use these.
Only use Polaris, yep.
It seems to make sense that the men and women making this glass are installing these as well.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Thanks for showing me around your factory today, mate.
a
I
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thanks so much for it.
Now, can you do me a price on like a nice mirror, full length? Makes me look a little bit thinner. I've seen some over there.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that.
No-
let's
no
let's
trouble.
talk.
We'll
Follow
go
me.
do that.
Yeah, that's all. If you want to get a little bit more of an idea of what soft closing hinges might work for your place, it doesn't have to be just glass either, then Polaris hinges are the hinges that we install on this show. You can just head to their website. It is polarishinge.com.au. Well, that is about it for today's show. We hope we've given you some amazing ideas for the next time you decide to build a pool or a spa. And speaking of ideas, if you'd like to see anything from today's show or the entire series, we're going to list all those links on our website. It is all at poolsparlife.com.au. That's it from us. Until next time, take care and swim safe.